Unbelievable. And I just took a shower and Jesus. This is what happens. I'm ready to sit down, have my coffee, doing laundry. What the heck is all these messages? All right, let me go wash my hands now. I just spilled soda all over the floor. Not a lot, but doing laundry. Oh, what a way to start the day. Can't make it up. Now I hear my phone make a noise and I don't know where it is. Ah, there it is. Started a fire. You probably could hear the machine in the background. And good morning. Still morning. I don't know how I'm up. We stayed up till, well, a few of us stayed up till 5 a.m. Good. Nothing important. I like that. That's my own. Okay. Now maybe I could settle. It's too bad Grandize is not here. I didn't even do the pop-outs yet. Hey, Grandizer, I'm washing my other 6 red shirts. I literally do own a lot of red shirts. I use it for bike riding. I was thinking last night when we were talking about outdoors and all that. I know Bob and I in Canada. Uh-oh, what happened here? Would probably have a great time bike riding and doing outdoors because we both can survive in the outdoors. And we would be very calm and controlled and no panic if anything would happen. I know Bob is one of those people that if we were outdoors, we wouldn't have to panic if something crazy happened. Another friend, Jade, is like that. I have a few like that I know. If the shit hits the fan, they're gonna keep their heads on their shoulders and stay calm and just deal with it. There are some people that I wouldn't want near me or in my bunker when that happens. Especially the ones that might use the bayonet and get me in the back. Because I know of those. Just saying. It's almost like people think sometimes you're so stupid that you don't realize it. That you're that naive and gullible. It's like a... It's like a Judas Priest song. You got another thing coming. Can you hear my stupid old washing machine? It's been working for like a decade. Right. It almost goes with a rhythm. I could almost write a song around it. Oh shit, why do I have 2 of these? That's wrong. Oh, I know what I'm missing. YouTube. It's chilly this morning. That's why I had to start a fire. Alexa, what's the temperature? Alexa, what is the temperature? Oh, it's not working. Alexa, good morning. There's something wrong with Alexa. Oh, I forgot Mike's here now. I gotta mute. It froze. It's like, I never seen it do that before. I'm gonna unplug it and replug it in. Shit, it might be easier to pull the adapter out. Oh shit, it almost fell. This is the one that rotates, not the ball one. This is the one that has the screen on it. That's this is the show or some shit. I can't remember. Okay, let's see. I'm rebooting it. What's going on, Mike? You could hear it though, right? The washing machine? Usually Wednesdays and Sundays is the day I do laundry. It's Sunday. If I want to try to like get ahead of it, it could be done Saturday if I'm not doing nothing on a Saturday. Like if it's raining, I'll do it Saturday. Wow, that fire's going a little too much. Alexa, something's going on. What the hell's going on with this? It's on. Oh, it's doing the rotation. Oh, I hit a thing. That could be why it's not working. Let me see what it says. Yep, your device bumped into something. Continue. Oh, God. I think it hit something again? No. Or did it? No. Alexa, something's going on. Alexa, I'm not even gonna try. It's got an orange bar. Something's wrong. It's got to be on their end. Mike, is yours working? Alexa, stop. See, it's not listening to the voice commands, but it's working. Alexa. So it's working. It's 38 degrees. It's cold out. That's weird. That's bizarre. That's like some straight up bizarre. Somebody was talking about a game last night. I don't think I have it. Okay. You have headphones on? It's working, but it has an orange bar like it's having an issue. I want to see. I gotta look that up. No. Yeah, that. I'm gonna have to look at a video. It's only 40. No, maybe not. How to fix it. There's actually a video on this. 1, check your router. My internet is fine. Power cycle your echo. Check the microphone settings. Make sure the echo is connected to the right network. Check in. Update the firmware. That really didn't help me much. Alexa. Why would it stop working? I can't even say Alexa, brighten living room light. Oh, microphone is off. How's that happen?
2 for William from William.
Tell him.
Alexa,
tell
stop.
him-
It's working now. Microphone. Somehow I must have, when I was playing with it, touched the screen. I hit the microphone icon. That's what happened. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. Today is World Meteorological Day, and
Oh.
the forecast is looking punny. To celebrate, just ask me for a weather joke.
I don't think so. Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. Oh yeah, back to this. I want to see something. Someone mentioned a game, World of War. I don't know if I have that. I have a lot of games. And they're not all going to be listed here. No, I don't. What's today's date? Oh, it comes out Tuesday. I don't have that. No. I want to finish this stupid game because I want to play one. The tail hand has ended. What's up with that? I'm not ready to play yet. I'm still drinking coffee and waking up. And I still forgot to do the pop-out for YouTube. I had to do a pre-recording thing this morning, so I'm off today. That's so bizarre. Oh, that's where I am. So what are you up to on this Sunday, Mike? Chilling out? It's chilly out. It's going to be a nasty week, actually. It's going to be cold.
For the next 7 days: Sunday, 48 degrees Fahrenheit and intermittent clouds. Monday, 49 degrees and rainy weather. Tuesday, 51 degrees and intermittent clouds. Wednesday, 46 degrees and showers. Thursday, 51 degrees and mostly sunny weather. Friday, 50 degrees and lots of clouds. Saturday, 50 degrees and showers.
Wow, that's horrible. It's going to be near 50 every day, showers every other day, it seems. So no bike riding this week. That kind of, you know what? Wow, not a nice week. What is that? Like a griffin? A giant griffin attacked me just now? I actually want to check something. Let's look at overall weather before I get into this game. That's why it's cold, because of that system up in Maine. It's dragging the cold air down. That's why we're getting this cold air. Right here. It's bringing that cold air down. Because this is warm and there's a storm here. Oh, they're going to get another. It's going to be more to the north, but here goes that moisture, Gulf moisture going up. And a storm, a low pressure, but it's way to the north. This is going to be a stormy area. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, yeah, then it goes up in the Great Lakes. It's not going to be to the south. It's going to be more to the north. Calm. Calm. Here comes a storm. Oh, look at that atmospheric river coming off of Vancouver. Poor Bob. He's going to get it. And so is the coastal areas here. Northern California, Oregon, maybe Washington. Look at that. Look at that. It's just sitting there. Big time low pressure here. That's like a few days worth. Jesus. And it's still coming in. Looks like a high pressure is going to build. Yep, there it is. Luckily, there's no big storms. There's a low pressure here. It's weak. Next Saturday. Not bad. These storms just keep rolling up here. The storm systems are going more to the north and then into Canada. So they're trending more to the north. Thank God for the people down south. I don't see anything severe. Another system up here. This is why we're going to have this off and on rain, because then it moves east and we get the lower part of it, the southern part of it. And I don't see a warm up in the next 2 weeks. Here it's coming a little bit, but I mean spring is here. It's just a matter of time now. Actually, my birthday is a week from Tuesday. What's up, Red Star? I'm going to see if I could show you something, because you may not believe me. And I was bugging out on this. I don't know if it's going to be under there. No. I don't even know where the hell I found it. You know something? I'm going to try to do something, Red Star. Red Star, what's your username on Twitch? I'm going to try to add you as a moderator. Maybe that. Manage the permissions users have for your community. Start by adding your first role. I don't know. Add a role. Username. I gotta get your put your username in there. Just go into Twitch right now. Red Star, go into Twitch. I need you to go in there. I got it. Let me see. Maybe this could bypass it. There you are. Roles. How do I do it? Plus. Moderator. Save. Go into Twitch now. All right, you just did it. Do it again. Do it again. It still says it. What the? But it doesn't say. It still says something bizarre. Can you see your own post right now? Can you see it? Good. So we got around it. I added you as a moderator. That was the only way that I could fix it. Because Twitch is doing something, and I'm trying to figure out how can I bypass it. It wasn't me. It was Twitch. So I just found a way to get around it. That's awesome. So now that's dead. What were you going to ask me? What were you going to ask me of my opinion? Like it matters, because you know we all have one. You know the saying, right? About opinions? Yeah, but we just wanted to get you in there where you don't have a problem with your posts. And the only way I could get around it was by making you a mod. It's the only way. You can link now. Yes, you can. You have moderator privileges. You can get link, you can block, you can do whatever. All right, I'm looking. Now I can't watch that now. I'm gonna watch it for a second so it's in my history. All right, I'm letting it play. Got it. Now I can get. I will watch that later. Definitely. I'm interested to see what. I will. I promise I will watch that. I just can't do it now. I'm especially on this platform. Testing. I'm gonna have to check my audio settings. It's a little low. Oh yeah, it's real low. Last night was weird. There was a lot of weird things going on here in the house. It was weird. I will definitely watch it though. And if you want to put links, you can put them now, especially in there. You're good to go. Anyway. I had coffee. I think I need more. Like I said, there was a few of us last night. We stayed up till 5 a.m. my time. Just BSing and just hanging out. It was crazy. Oh my God, here we go with the messages. I need more coffee. 1 cup is not going to do it for me. You don't have to do that. Red Star, you don't have to do that. You definitely do not have to do that. The only reason I did it is to get rid of that BS that was going on with you in Twitch. So you don't have to do all that. I need more coffee. I need another shot. Huh? I am making coffee. You're gonna have to make another pot. Because I made a pot, but I already had. So, we might have to make more. Oh no, maybe not. No, there's still enough there for you. I need my coffee. out there in 50, 45 degrees, it would have been horrible. At least that gazebo is done. Thank God I did that gazebo when the weather was in the 60s. What the hell was that? What was that? What was that noise? Did anybody hear a noise like a squeaky sound? I came in here and I heard like a weird squeaking sound. Maybe I'm like hallucinating. I could have swore I heard something weird in here. Anyway, it sounded like a screen door. I knew I heard something. Anyway, I think I know what it was. It was that. Somehow, some way, the door for the wood stove closed halfway because it wasn't like that when I left. It got moved. It closed. That's what it was. It was that. The thing closed. It started to close. Now that never happened, ever, in this house. That is weird. It's because I had Tony Rathman on yesterday. Now it's all crazy. It would be that door right there. Well, let me make it bigger. It closed. It literally freaking closed. It halfway. Alexa, brighten living room light.
Okay.
See the door? It closed. That's what that squeak was. Definitely. Alexa, dim living room light, 50%.
Okay.
You heard it too, Mike? Watch it. And that never has happened. What is that? Oh, that was definitely the sound. That was definitely the sound. Well, we debunked it. But it still doesn't explain it closing as I'm walking in the freaking door. It still doesn't explain that too much. Because it was as I was walking in, I heard the squeak. I was like, what is that? But we know what the source is. We just don't know why. You know, sometimes little things like that happen. You just, you know, you discount it. You just say, huh, it's nothing. But when shit happens too much, then you have to pay attention. Seriously. Now, what game? I never played. I don't think I've ever played World of Warcraft. I don't think I've ever played that. I don't even know if I own that. I'm very picky with my games. Like, I am. I don't think I don't think I ever did. I would have to see all my games. Full library. Oh my God. 668 games. That's just insanity. Oh my God. But a lot of these, I mean, I would download something and I would get rid of it because I didn't like it. Wolfenstein. Oh, I love it. Can you tell? It's old school days. Reminder. Yeah, I never got that one. I like me some Wolfenstein. See, a lot of them are Game Pass. I own 180 games, I think. I don't remember how to do this. No. Shit. There's a way. I just don't remember. I saw it. No. There was a way that you can do this. Anyway, I own like 180. No. Storage devices, no. Shit. I have no idea. I know I own like 180 games. That's a lot. I love these kind of games. I love flying games. I love it. But they don't make enough. I love racing. I still haven't played the Call of Duty. Can you believe that? I got it before it was freaking released, pre-ordered, and I still haven't played it. That's just like stupid. I'm definitely going to play the game I'm playing. No options. Forget about this shit. I'll be here all day. Whoa. It's a PC game? Yeah. All right, let me... It's like, I have so many games, I want to try to finish each game and then put it to an external drive. I just want to start going through games. As frustrating as it is, just be stuck on one game, I want to play a game and finish it. At least finish all the campaigns. Finish them. And there's a lot there to do. A lot of games. And I don't want to even get any more games until I clear out this clutter. It's like that. It's bad. It's not a good thing. It's really not. Because like this game, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Trying to remember. I played it, I stopped, I started playing other games. Now it's like I gotta learn the game all over again because I don't remember what the hell I was doing when I was playing with it. And that's not good. And that doesn't even count my Xbox 360 that I have 140 games and stacked over there. I don't even know if that shit works still, to be honest. I wouldn't even know where the controller is. I wonder if it works. I wonder what game's in it. I'm curious now. My Xbox 360 is connected. Is it plugged in? Yeah, it is. Do I have a controller? I'm pretty sure I do. I have a lot of controllers. Where are they? I'm curious now. See, this is the bad thing. I have so much stuff, I don't remember where my stuff is when I'm looking for it. Because I just have too much stuff. It's not in here. Oh, I'm not going through this shit right now. I could tell you that. Oh, I see them. Okay, I see them. What is this? There's one. Is there another one? Oh yeah, there's two. There's two Xbox 360. Can you believe that? Xbox 360. I'm really curious if it's working. There was actually a few good games on that system. Alexa, brighten living room light.
Okay.
The battery's gotta be dead. Let me see which ones are positive and negative. Let me leave them in. Let's get some batteries. And I own a lot of these games. I never sold my games when I bought them. Never. Or traded them in. I always kept them. This one's not working. That's interesting. Let's try this one. Do they even sell them? They probably on Amazon. Positive. Negative. All right, this one's working. But is it synced? Let me turn, I don't know if it's, I shouldn't do that because it's supposed to sync. It's not finding it. So that means this one must be synced. That's not working. It's not working. That's bad. All right, let's go back to this one. I forget how to sync it. Okay, what did I just do? It was just blinking. Let me turn it on manually. Maybe that's why it's not plugged in. Something's wrong. Alexa, brighten living room light.
Okay.
Power. Oh yeah, the power's off. Power's on now. The power was off. That has nothing to do with the controller though, does it? Oh yes it does. Oh, it's on. And it's tying in. It's loud. There it goes. Holy shit, it's working. Oh, that thing is loud. Now this should be on channel 4. Alexa, shut living room light.
Okay.
I don't know if there's any game in it. I don't like the way that shit sounds. Let me see if there's anything even in there. What is that? Star Trek. Yeah, it might be malfunctioning. Definitely might be. I don't like the way that sounds. Let's take this game out. I don't even see it on the screen, so let me see. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's right. The cable might be loose. Let me put this game away. Alexa, turn on living room light.
Okay.
No, this is in. Let me get another game. No. I can read these freaking games right now. I wish I could find this game. Where the fuck is it? try this. Let's try this one. Let me try this. I still have to figure out why it's coming up black on the screen. There's something wrong with it. Maybe not. It sounds like something's wrong with it. Not only that, why don't I see anything? Okay. Yeah, something's up with it. I wonder what cable that is. Yeah, that is the cable. That is definitely the cable. Why do we have a black screen? Why is that one on? Oh, it's not plugged in. It's not plugged in. Oh, yes, it is. Wait a minute. That's not right. It's not plugged in. Why? That's an output. There's a channel missing. Oh, maybe it's on number 2. It's on number 2. Holy shit, it's working. Alexa, dim living room light, 75%.
Okay.
I gotta find my games. I had a few laying around. I'm not gonna worry about that shit now. I am so curious. This is the wrong controller. It's not gonna connect because it's not connected. I didn't think so. Unrecognized disk. What is that about? Closed tray. Could be having an issue. I want to see what happens. Why isn't it working? Alexa, stop. Yeah, it sounds like something's wrong with it. Unrecognized disk. Alright, what the freak is going on with my Xbox? This is a Xbox 360 though. It could be dirty. It could be as simple as that. I'm wondering if I should lay it on its side. I'm wondering why I'm even going crazy at all. That does not sound right. Unrecognizable. Oh my god, there's like a freaking... Oh my god, there's like a scratch on it. No shit. No wonder. It's maybe not. It's got like something on it. It's not a scratch though. It's just dirty. The game itself. Let's try it now. I used to love this series of games if it works. I haven't played it in years. It's still making that sound. Play game. Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, I'm going through a lot of little things here. Holy shit, it's working. Holy shit, it's working. I'm using the wrong controller. This is 360. Can you imagine? It's 360. I have like 140 games on 360. I still love this series of games, Hawks. Press start. Look how small the hard drives are. Replay story mission. It's been years. Wait a second. Play it the only way you can. Hell no! Hell no! I wonder if there's a way to wipe out the memory on the game. Story setting. Regular. I can't believe I'm playing a 360 game. But it's working. That's the main thing. That's how I got this started. Just to see if it works. I have a lot of games on 360. Disc. Uh-oh. What just happened? Uh-oh. That's no good. It froze. That's not good. It froze on me. Maybe not. Wonder. What the hell's going on now? Let me see if Xbox X is still... There goes that door again. Alright, Xbox X is fine. This is the one that's the problem. Why do I have a frozen screen? Let me shut it down. Let's try this again. Maybe the disc is still dirty. I got the spray. Where's my cleaning cloth? I just had the damn thing. There goes my... Let me clean this disc. Looks clean. I picked up the wrong controller again. All right, come on. New story. trying. I'm curious. You heard it, right, Mike? The door again? It's doing it again. What the heck is going on? Nothing important.
Shortstop, Echo 4, starting my second sweep to the west. I'm
it's
seeing much
working now.
more activity this time. Multiple.
Clear to taxi to runway and await clearance for takeoff.
I don't remember this at all.
Gunslinger 2-6, short stop.
I don't remember
Be
this at
advised,
all.
We have multiple unidentified contacts west of FAB. You are weapons tight at this time. Contacts may not be engaged until identified.
Okay.
Attention all personnel. The base is a condition.
Not bad for a 360 game, actually.
Unidentified contacts within the base perimeter. Report to your assigned shelter immediately.
Gunslinger 2-6, short stop. Clear for takeoff.
I'm wondering if I could change the cockpit angle. We're moving.
Gunslinger 2-6, short stop. Proceed northeast from your current position to an abandoned village marked on your TAC map. Investigate possible insurgent activity in the area.
I wonder if there's a way to change. Oh, there's the map. I gotta mess with the buttons.
2-6, the village looks clear.
There's gotta be a way. Switch target is Y. Camera control. Select weapon. Camera. Wait a minute. Go back. Third person, cockpit, first person. See what that looks like.
Gunslinger 2-6, short stop. New contact at 280, 6 miles. We got a supply convoy moving through the area at this time. Check the area for hostiles.
Ah, I like it the other way. Alright, wait a minute. Weapons. Which one's the missile? Cannon is B. Weapon camera. Select weapon up and down. Support. Fire weapon. Flares is pressing down. Wonder where the missiles are.
Gunslinger 2-6, short stop. Contacts are not hostile. Say again, not hostile. Gunslinger 2-6, short stop. Your next objective is the road bridge northwest of your current position. It's a friendly OP located in the hills southwest of the base. Conduct a close approach and determine if it's still secure.
shortstop, Echo 4, new contact, 180 relative. Convoy of civilian trucks, numbers 9, heading for the base's north gate at high speed.
Reaction force units are en route to challenge the incoming vehicles. Provide support as needed. Copperhead 1-1, shortstop. Gunslinger 2-6 is on station and standing by.
Copperhead 1-1 copies. We can't get a positive ID on the inbound. I'm gonna order them to stop. Wait one. Attention,
This ain't bad. It's not.
A restricted area. Attention, unidentified vehicles. You have entered.
Whoa.
Copperhead 1-1, I'm hit. Control's not responding.
Gunslinger 2-6, engage
How do
and
I
destroy
do
the
it now?
vehicles.
The
Don't
weapon.
let them reach the base.
What the hell is that? What is what? What the hell is going on? That was way off.
Right on target 2-6. Good shot.
I don't like the inversion.
2-6, shortstop.
I'm gonna have to change the axis. It's not what I'm used to. I have, do you know I have those? Lane control. I don't like that. Yaw. Why did it bring me back to here? Choose between normal and inverted control and select control type. Choose between normal and inverted. Okay. Let's try that.
Contacts detected. Echo 4 confirms as hostile.
That's the
Repeat,
way I like
hostile.
it. Come on, I am too far. Why can't I do this? What the hell's going on?
Confirm kill. Good shooting.
Oh my god, I'm gonna crash. What the hell's going on with the zoom? Oh my
Direct hit on the
god.
vehicle.
Yeah, I
Target
knew that
destroyed.
was coming. I gotta get used to it. I like it though.
2-6, shortstop. New contacts detected.
I don't like the
Echo 4
weapons
confirms
choice.
as hostile. Repeat, hostile.
Oh, now it's backwards.
That's a kill. Good shot. Direct hit on the target. Good shot.
Coming in too steep. Slow down. I got this your thing. It's going the other way. I don't like it. I might have to put the controls back. It's doing everything in reverse. This sucks.
Shortstop. Target destroyed.
I don't like the zoom thing. like the way this view is. Fire, you. This game is pissing me now. Why can't you just fire?
Direct hit. That's a kill.
I don't like that.
Gunslinger
zoom.
2-6, this is shortstop. Good work. You're clear to return to base. All units, this is shortstop. Missile alert. I have tracks on 10 missiles inbound to Prince Faisal. Gunslinger 2-6, clear our airspace. We are under heavy attack.
That's not good.
Due to recent events in the Middle East, the MOD has put the Navy on notice for possible deployment. All carrier pilots must be certified for flight duty within the next 24 hours. You will be conducting air combat training as part of a joint readiness exercise with Air Force units in Scotland. All weapons fire and damage will be simulated using virtual combat systems installed in your aircraft. Your combat and flight performance will be evaluated in real time by instructors on the ground. Monroe, as new pilot in the squadron, I'm going to be paying special attention to you. Report to the flight line for your aircraft assignment.
Heat-seeking missile, 12 flares.
Polaris Flight, this is Bulldog. You're clear for takeoff. Proceed to Nav Point Alpha and wait for further instructions.
Heads up, lads. The Navy's here. Welcome aboard, mate. We'll try not to embarrass you too badly.
This is Bulldog to all flights. Stand by to commence exercise. Watch your altitude and position at all times. I don't want anyone getting careless and hitting the side of a hill. Monroe, since you're the new man in the squadron, we'll be evaluating your performance first. Remember, your performance will be scored at the end of each segment. When you've completed the objectives for each segment, I'll clear you to proceed to the next one. That's it. All flights commence exercise. Repeat, commence exercise. All right, Polaris, your first training segment is basic air combat maneuvering. We'll begin with a basic gunnery exercise. We'll start with a large, slow-moving target. Check your radar. There's an AWACS plane flying a basic patrol circuit in the training area. Engage it with your cannon.
I gotta put the other angle of the plane. This is like got me freaked out.
Good. Now let's see if you can hit a more nimble target. Your new target is Polaris 1.
I never
Engage
used
it
the
well.
cannon in a game.
Right then, let's see what you've got. Lucky shot.
Not bad, Monroe. Not bad. You're clear to proceed to the next segment. You're checked out on guns, Polaris. Now we're moving on to missiles. Now you'll engage 2 of your flight mates at the same time. Polaris 4, you're clear to engage Polaris 3 with your heat seekers. Begin.
Target miss.
All right, Monroe, that'll do. You're clear to proceed to the next segment.
It's not bad. Not bad.
All right, Polaris 4, you've had your fun. Now we see how well you do when you're on the wrong side of the missile. First, we'll practice decoying the incoming missiles using flares. Watch the missile indicator on your HUD. When it gets close, release a flare and make a sharp turn to decoy the missile. Remember, you only have a limited number of flares, so use them sparingly. The missiles will come at you from multiple vectors, so watch the warning prompt on your HUD. Ready? Here they come. Very good, Polaris 4. Now we're going to practice making tight turns to evade incoming missiles. Watch the missile indicator on your HUD. When the missile is very close, make a tight turn to dodge out of its way. Again, the missiles will come at you from multiple vectors, so stay sharp. Here we go. Good work, Monroe. It's clear you've mastered the basic concepts of dogfighting.
Come on, come on.
All right, Monroe, you've demonstrated proficiency in each of the basic air combat evaluations. Now it's time to put it all together under more realistic combat conditions. On my mark, you will engage all three of your flight mates simultaneously while dodging incoming missile fire. Watch the threat indicators on your HUD and use all the techniques at your disposal to avoid enemy threats. On my mark, commence exercise.
Missed.
Very good, Monroe. Carry on to the next segment.
More? Let's go low.
Polaris Flight, this is Bulldog. Index, index. We're terminating the exercise due to an emergency situation. Joint Training Command is tracking a civilian aircraft that has altered course and entered restricted airspace. It is not responding to radio calls, and unless we can establish contact, we have to assume it's been hijacked. Your orders are to intercept the aircraft and perform a visual inspection. Bulldog out. Unidentified aircraft. You are in restricted airspace. State your intentions immediately, or you risk being fired upon. Polaris 4, this is Bulldog. Take position at the plane 7 o'clock. Unidentified aircraft, this is Joint Training Command. This is your final warning.
Holy shit. I didn't do it. Crashed.
Good work, Polaris 4. We're reviewing the data feed now. That explosion was no accident. Someone planted a bomb on our plane. They must have detonated
Oh, now we
prematurely
gotta
when they
land.
knew they'd been caught. Wreckage from the plane hit the base's runway, but damage is minor and there were no casualties. No way to tell who was responsible yet, but we'll get it sorted soon enough. Polaris Flight, you're clear to return to base for debrief.
Oh, I'm not lined up. Come on, stop stalling. Oh, what the hell? Why is it telling me there? Oh, this is way too sharp. Way too sharp. Oh my god. I'm going down. Holy shit. There's no way. I can't do that. I gotta go back. Slow down to lower the landing gear.
Congratulations, Monroe. That was a fine bit of flying.
Okay. I can take that. Can we do a real mission now? Missing in action.
At approximately 0800 hours yesterday, insurgent forces attacked Prince Faisal Air Base with as many as a dozen cruise missiles. The base sustained heavy damage. Current estimates are 30 aircraft destroyed and more than 400 casualties so far. Colonel David Crenshaw, one of our senior pilots, was on patrol when the attack began and was shot down and captured by the insurgents. Crenshaw would be considered a high-value target with knowledge of numerous classified operations. Intel believes that he'll be taken to an insurgent safe house.
Oh no. Oh, was it giving me a skip option?
Check each of the buildings marked on your TAC map for signs of insurgent activity.
Zoom out.
You'll need to get close to each one so we can listen in on any conversations inside.
Which is the closest one? 3,000.
No signs of life. Let's move on.
5,000.
Looks deserted, 2-7. Let's hit the next one. That's not it. Move on to the next building.
It's sensitive.
No signs of life. Let's move on.
Shit.
2-7, this is fullback. We've got a vehicle on the move inside the target area. Let's take a look. Looks like a single occupant. No passenger or cargo. Let him go, 2-7. Let's check the next target. Two 7, hold position. We're getting something from inside that building.
You understand? I need the encryption key so we can communicate. That's all. Just tell me the code. Crenshaw. David A. Yeah, this is pointless. He's too badly injured to interrogate. Give him to Suleiman. Make sure the execution is recorded.
Shit.
I want it uploaded to the web by morning.
That's it. We got him. And just in time by the sound of it. I'll contact the rescue team with the coordinates and get them in the air. Good job, 2-7. You
That's
might
it?
have just saved Crenshaw's life.
That was some wacky, easy, too easy stuff.
Attention all squadrons. This is General Vasily Moganov, commander of forces in the North Caucasus Military District. A state of emergency is now in effect. After months of terrorist attacks, separatist forces have launched a surprise military offensive to take over the entire region. After many hours of hard fighting, loyal Russian forces under my command have surrounded the separatist leaders in the mountains close to the border. A decisive blow will crush the movement and erase this stain on our nation's honor. In a desperate attempt to save their leaders, a small separatist force has seized one of our airfields close to the combat zone and captured a large number of bomber and cargo aircraft. Those planes are on their way now to rescue the separatist leaders. Your orders are to intercept those planes and force them to turn back or be destroyed.
This is General Moganov. Air defense radars are picking up a large force of enemy planes heading for the combat zone.
This is 801 to Air Defense Control. We have enemy formation in sight.
You're the first interceptor group to arrive, Colonel Denisov. Take your flight and force the separatists to turn back immediately.
Understood, sir. 801 to all aircraft. Turn to course 210 and increase speed. Check your safeties. No one fires unless I give the order. Understood?
Let's try some bombers.
Attention enemy aircraft. This is Colonel Denisov, commanding the fighters stationed off your starboard wing. Alter course to 060 and descend to 2,000 meters, or you will be fired upon. Enemy aircraft, this is your final warning. Alter course immediately, or... Ambush! 805 and 807 are down. No shoots! 801 to flight. All aircraft, break and attack. Backstabbing cowards, get them! Watch it, Keditsky. He's cutting in behind you.
See you in hell, traitor. Where the hell did they come from?
808, this is 801. These separatists are excellent pilots. You're going to need every advantage you can get. He's going vertical. Don't let him get away.
Got the bastard.
Shit!
Missiles tracking. Break right.
Missed. He hit me too. I'm at 85%. I'm in trouble. No flares. Shoot it! Get it!
throttle and pull out! Confirmed here. Missile launch, go evasive.
Coming behind the mountain. Missed. Good done. Bombers. I gotta take out the fighters first, though. Gotta take out the MiGs. Get him. It's a lot of MiGs. God.
Missile closing fast.
I'm playing the game, man. I can't hear you with headphones. No ammo. No ammo. Oh boy. I'm supposed to take him out with a gun? Are you kidding me?
One to General Morganov. All separatist planes have been destroyed. Fuel state is low. Request permission to return to base.
Request denied, Colonel. Separatist forces attacked Kutskaya airfield half an hour ago. We've heard nothing from base commander since then. While we've been fighting in the mountains, the Separatists have launched surprise attacks against our military bases and seized vital communications and supply centers. The whole district's been pulled out from under our feet. Our leaders in Moscow have panicked. They've ordered a full withdrawal from the region.
What are your orders, sir? We're ready to fight. All we need is fuel.
Good man, Denisov. We'll need every plane we can get to cover the withdrawal. The rest of our air assets should be arriving from the north at any moment. Your orders are to rendezvous with them and refuel as soon as possible. Don't waste time, Colonel. The tankers won't stay with the formation for long.
Understood, sir. I've got the
Oh, you kidding me? I don't even have weapons.
This is tanker control. Take up position behind the refueling plate and match speed.
am I red? Why am I red? Get in there, get in there. Let's speed up.
Looking good, 808.
Nice.
Now increase speed gradually to
Oh,
bring your
shit.
plane in closer.
Maybe not. We only got 90 seconds. I'm on full throttle.
You're running out of time. Proceed to the tankers and commence refueling at once.
Oh, that's so hard. This is like, really?
Good, we have
Oh my
contact.
God.
Equalizing pressure. Commencing fuel transfer.
That was crazy.
Fuel transfer complete. You're clear, 808. Good luck.
Oh, I got missiles.
This is 801. Refueling complete, awaiting orders.
Our forces are withdrawing in good order, but they'll be easy targets for the separatists. I'm depending on you to provide air cover for my men.
This is 803. I've got enemy contacts on my scope to the south. Moving to intercept now. All aircraft, increase to attack speed and engage at will.
I cannot afford to waste missiles here. Come on, lock in, lock in. He's gonna go right behind the mountain.
Morganov. My troops are being strained by ground attack planes. They need air cover at once.
808, this is 801. Break off and intercept those bombers. They've got to be flying right down on the deck to avoid our radar.
I noticed. Gotta get down with them. Why is it going after that target? That's weird. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, I'm dead!
This is General Morganov. My troops are being strained by ground attack planes. They need air cover at once.
808, this is 801. Break off and intercept those bombers. They've got to be flying right down on the deck to avoid our radar.
What happened?
Open this for me.
All right. Give me. Where is he? Come closer. Here.
Careful, that goes through my
It's not gonna explode. Here. I had to do the laundry. I had to put it in the dryer. I got the wrong controller. Keep losing. Got him though. Missed. Oh, that's bull. That is BS. I think I need a break. Yes. I have information inside about that. I don't want to. Jesus Christ, I'm dropping everything. I actually have inside information on that. The F-47. Alexa, brighten living room light.
Okay.
Where did my drops just go? What did I do with the flashlight now? I gotta eat lunch or breakfast, both. What the hell did I do with my flashlight? Alexa, brighten living room light 100%.
Okay.
That's not the one I'm looking for, though. I want to make sure anything else didn't fall. Mom, if you find the other flashlight, let me know. I put it down somewhere. I don't know where. Could be anywhere. Yeah, black. If you see it, bring it to me. Alexa, shut off living room light.
Okay.
Alexa, raise volume 100%. Forget about the press briefing. That's just to put it out there. That's all that was. Nothing more. And yes, it officially announced the contract, but I'm going to read to you a little inside stuff, and I'm not going to get too much into detail. Okay. He's getting into so this is a conversation, and one of them says, this morning in the Oval Office, President Trump and Secretary Hegseth announced the existence of the F-47 sixth generation fighter plane and awarded the contract to Boeing. That was officially announced. Trump said that the F-47 has performance capabilities beyond anything in existence and has in fact been flying for 5 years. Need to correct you a little bit. This is somebody on the inside. It is not built yet. The prototype is not known either. Often a sub-prototype of each manufacturer is used. So the other person says, so the president misspoke when he said it had been flying for 5 years? The other person, I am a bit surprised, but Lockheed Martin is up to its neck at F-35 and is back to healthy. NGA, I don't know what this means. NGA departed for B-51. It has to be in North Grumman. That's got to be what it is. Departed for B-21, and I think it was the inside track for the Navy F/AXX. And then the other one says, well, that's what he said from the Oval Office. And then the other one says, and he's inside, a prototype has been flying. The F-47 is not flying. NGAD, I guess that's Northrop Grumman, maybe, I don't know, has had a few prototypes in my view and side views. Not saying we don't have secret squadrons, but this is a major lifeline to a floundering company that is getting the plans to build this fighter. Then he uses the F-117 as an example of stuff, which I'm not going to share. This is the hopeless diamond built by Skunk Works for the F-117. Design pics and I think some very possible renderings that did some flying. Okay, I don't know if this is public, but I'm just going to put it. Oh shit, I can't. Hold on. don't know how I'm going to do this. There was 2 prototypes. Okay, next generation air dominance. Thank you. This is just a chatter going on behind the scenes that I'm privy to. Now, I don't know. It says copy image. I don't know what that's going to do for me. Maybe I could download it here. All right, I can't do it. But I'll just read. Okay. So there was a diamond-shaped one that they were developing. So this is based on the F-117. The F-117 was flying, as I recall, 7 years prior to its revelation. So remember, you always have stuff that's out there, even though this is incredible, actually, what he wrote. The F-117, this is another guy. This is not the military guy. This is another guy. The F-117 was flying, as I recall, 7 years prior to its revelation, but Tom Clancy's vivid description of the Frisbee stealth fighter in Red Storm Rising kicked it into public view. And then the other guy put something in there. This is the actual one of 2 that were built and test flown to prove that the concept worked for production. Sadly, they both crashed. Pilots survived. One is a friend of mine. Like the SR-71 and the F-117 was flying for 5 to 9 years before announced. But there was no awarding the contract in Oval Office for the Nighthawk cause it was built and flying under a black project. NGAD and F-47 are not black programs. Highly secret, guarded, but not black. That is why the announcement is made this way. This is a guy that's involved in the military that I know, okay? And he's still... The prototypes and testing leading up to this have followed a more black kind of process, but I can think of half a dozen reasons why. One bonus one was to give everyone time to clean up their mess. Boeing, a dumpster fire, and losing commercial aviation. Lockheed with F-35 mess, and Northrop doing Legion good works in B-21. Then he puts this. Here is a tacit blue. He says the alien school bus. This must be some military nickname. And it fed into the B-2, B-21, and the UAS recon birds. This was manned because it was faster to have a human fly it than AI. Stick that in your AI, drive AI. Tacit Blue did one of a kind, not reproduce tricks. Meet Boeing. He's putting a whole bunch of shit in here. Okay, so I don't know if I'll be able to download this photo, but he's saying that this is some of the root designs that was based on the concept for the F-47. This is what he's saying. I'm going to put it on the screen. Said this was a concept design that they took the idea. Now, I'm just showing you the images that were shared. That's it. And like I said, I'm omitting some details because this is not something that is, this is backstage chatter, so to speak. But you asked the question, so I'm going into it a little bit. Let me see what else. Y F-118 is bird of prey, by the way. Y, as you likely note, is production demonstration test. X is experimental research test. So the Y F-22 and Y F-23, which should have won the competition, better jet, but Lockheed Martin put on a better show and needed work reflected. Two companies refined designs. something like this with the YN-X birds were done, but I think you would be surprised how rangy the NGAD demonstrators are, with lots of parts cobbled from other airplanes to make them. This should have one YF-23, and I think basis for Northrop. United States Navy to replace the F-18. I'd seen, okay, the other guy, I was just going. So that's pretty much, and then he puts a fun story. This is a fun story too, how it became the 71. He put this in as an article, just as a fun fact. He does that. He's great. This guy is awesome. I love him to death. So that's an example. So even, you know, you got to think, when countries make announcements that we have a torpedo that can travel hypersonic, supersonic speeds underwater, I don't think you're going to make an announcement like that. He said to award Boeing for the production design of the 47. But I would bet money on it. There's already been a prototype and it's been tested in some capacity. And I wouldn't be surprised, because we don't see that. I would not be surprised. We have a squadron of them. We don't show our cards. A lot of countries don't show their true cards of what their arsenal and what they have, technologies, capabilities. That'd be stupid. You save it for when you have to show those cards. Alexa, turn on living room light. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Oh my God, I'm blinded. Alexa, dim living room light, 75%. That's not enough.
Okay.
So, you know, and there's a lot of planes now that are flying that are AI, unmanned UAV planes that are working as scouts and also part team member. That exists now. It's been around for quite some time now. And it's actually pretty cool. It reminds me of the movie, but it was manned, with Clint Eastwood, Firefox, when the plane was controlled with the mind. He stole it from the Russians. If you ever seen that movie, that's a really good movie, but it was corny with the effects. But that movie was a good concept movie with Clint. It's just the graphics and stuff were cheesy, to say the least. But that's a good movie. The concept, the plot, everything. That was actually a decent movie for that. But let me see if I can find. I would look unmanned wingman, U.S. Air Force. That's one of them. What year was this? 2020, last year, less than a year ago. And there's so many contractors out there. I'm just reading a little. I'll just put a photo. It actually works as a wingman or scout. Let me save image, so I don't want to get in trouble and show all this on the screen. This is pretty cool. and this is the future, whether people want to admit it or not, it's going to become a combat situation where a lot of AI is involved. Swarm drones. That's it right there. It's called the XQ-58A Valkyrie. Highly autonomous, low-cost tactical unmanned air vehicle. This was at Eglin in 2023. And it was the Marine Corps that was involved with this. It's called the Air Force's Skyborg program that remains in use by the Marine Corps as a testbed platform. The Marine Corps anticipates the Valkyrie to meet a variety of needs ranging from electronic warfare to fire support as a platform to inform its own low-cost drone wingman program. It's called PAC, P-A-A-C-K. So it gets more. There's other prototypes, by the way. So this is just an example. The tail fin. There you go. So you can only imagine, I mean, what they show us and what they actually have. You can only imagine. Here's another article. I think you guys should, if you're interested in this. It's called Collaborative Combat Aircraft. It is going to be designed to fly alongside piloted fighters such as the F-35 and Next Generation Air Dominance System. So, drone wingman. The fleet is expected to include multiple types of drone wingmen with differing capabilities and levels of survivability. This is recent, by the way. General Atomics. I've never heard of that. That was the one we were just talking about, the 67 drone. This is a autonomous drone called Gambit. Obviously, this is probably some rendition. You know, they're all trying to get their contracts, money. So there you go. So it's an interesting area of research to look into. I pay attention to it. I do have a tendency to keep an eye out on stuff like this. Whenever I have spare time, I like to delve into this stuff. And there's so many weapons they're testing. On ships too. You know, a lot of our Navy has the capacity. I don't know, I better look in the public forum. You have, but they're so big, the rail guns, and I never talk without checking on its public domain. This is recent. This is a month ago. U.S. Navy's laser weapon test on USS Preble, a game changer in naval warfare. That's the one I'm building. I have that right now underneath me. That's the model I gotta build. That's funny. That's the freaking model I've got to build. Oh my God, what is that? Energy laser weapon developed by Lockheed. Offering virtually unlimited magazine capacity, rapid engagement capabilities, and lower pre-engagement costs compared to traditional missile-based systems. It is designed to counter drones, small boats, and other asymmetric threats. Asymmetric. Helios is integrated with the Aegis helmet system. So the development of Helios. Helios offers virtually unlimited magazine. We already said all this. To counter evolving threats. Swarm drones. Because that's what Iran is saying. They can take out our carriers or other vessels by swarming it with drones. They're smaller, but still. This is going to become a big integral part here. It says here, the combat ensures that the USS Preble is not only equipped with powerful defense tool, but also sophisticated surveillance and target acquisition system. I want to click on that. Holy shit, did you see that? Deep sea. What was that image? What was that image though? There it is. Look at that. What is the Helios weapon? This undated image. Holy shit. The Navy plans to continue testing Helio in 2025. So there, this is definitely, and the UK is also testing it. They call it Dragonfire. So there you go. This article was written a month ago, I think. February 5th. So when you start looking for certain things, you do the research, you'll be really fascinated to see what is going on. That's because that is the threat, and they're trying to counter that threat. And you better believe if they're testing, if they send any ships into the Persian Gulf, Red Sea, you don't think they have laser guided weapons now? So, you know, like I said, if you were playing cards, you're not going to show your hand until it's time to put the cards down. Because then you let your adversaries know exactly what you have. But you reveal it when you have to. If push comes to shove in a situation, in a threat scenario, you know they're going to unveil it. So Red Star says, I have photos in my archive of the laser being mounted ships in the Mobile Harbor. I believe it. I bet you our carriers have it. I bet you for defensive measures. And then any of the escorting support ships to protect that carrier. So people, I think, are naive when they think that, like, Iran makes a statement, oh, we'll take out your ships. Good luck. Because I'm going to tell you, once you do that, the United States is just going to unleash hell on earth. And if people don't think, remember, we are a superpower. We do have a lot of weaponry. Do you really want to go there? Do you really want to go there? Now, of course, there are the other powers like China, Russia. Russia's economy is like 1 20-something of Italy. But they still have nuclear weapons and they have an arsenal. So they're still a superpower in that way. They are a threat. But, I mean, we've got quite the weaponry ourselves, arsenal, and technology, which they steal all the time. All countries steal. Intellectual theft, hacking, trying to get, and then what they do is they back engineer and they catch up to us with based on the stealing that they do. I think it's in the hundreds of billions per year. So, but I would not test, you know, a lot of these countries, you see they talk and then, you know, to do the rhetoric, but when it's time to show if they can defend themselves or create an offensive, they look weak and definitely have vulnerabilities, especially on their technology as far as defense too, for incoming. I mean, do you know, I'll give you a weird example. North Korea. It's not like you can necessarily use an EMP, because a lot of their weaponry is old and it's not built that way for electronics that you could just shut them down. It would be a different type of deal, because, you know, you can explode a device, an EMP device, and knock everything out. But they're in the dark anyway. I hate to, but there's different approaches for different situations. Now things get complicated because China has a big dependency of oil from Iran. So do European countries. Just because our relationship with Iran is really tense doesn't mean other countries don't engage with countries that we have problems with. So it's complicated. Because I've heard people say, "Oh, take out their oil fields." A lot of other countries are not going to be happy with that one, because now you're cutting off their supply and you're affecting their economy. It affects them directly. You have to really think about the moves you make and not widening the conflict. So what do you do? What do you go after? You know what I mean? It's got to be thought out carefully. You just can't, people, speak loosely out of their mouths. Oh, let's just bomb their oil fields and let's just do this. There's ramifications for actions. And then there's also, like when they build inside mountains, bunker busters. People say, well, use a bunker buster. That depends on depth. We've heard in the news in past how their facilities were shut down through some kind of a hack. Or the Mossad is sent in to take out scientists that were working on the nuclear program to slow it down. But I'm telling you, President Trump is not messing around. If he gives them an ultimatum, you've got 2 months to make a decision. We're going to work on a diplomatic solution with your nuclear program, or it's going to be something else. And it will happen. And then, I think on Friday, the Ayatollah Khomeini made a statement saying stuff about us and the threat. So, I'm telling you, the next few months are going to be interesting. You're going to hear more about this in the news in the weeks and months to come. Now, people say, I've heard people, talking behind the scenes, Israel's going to be the one to make the move. Israel wants to make that move, But what would the other countries in the region respond if Israel were the ones to do it? Not like they haven't done it before, because they hit Syria. They have taken out facilities in the past. But we might be taking the lead based on the Houthi threat and using the Houthis, the proxy, against Iran, that if anything happens there, that would make the United States have an incentive to act on Iran. And then I was saying last night, Iran is Persian. The other countries, I mean, you gotta remember, there's a lot of factions: Sunni, Shia, the Kurds. There's so much. I mean, there's a lot of tribal. Do you honestly think Saudi Arabia is going to be upset if we hit Iran or some other Arab countries? Remember, Sunni, Shia. They might publicly be like outraged, but privately, because their proxy, Yemen, was fighting with Saudi Arabia. They were at war. You don't think they would love to see that eliminated, that threat, right on their doorstep, their neighbor? Of course they would. Like I said, publicly they might say something to condemn it and all this, but privately? You know what countries are aligned with each other. And Turkey's playing both sides as a NATO country and trying to show support to the other Arab countries. So they're in a really sensitive place in the middle. Like, I mean, Turkey it's a NATO nation, but yet they had arms deals with the Russians and everybody else. So it's complex. So we'll see. We will see. Like I said, keep an eye on the news in the Middle East. Yeah, you know what's going on with Israel, Gaza, Lebanon, Syria. Keep an eye on Iran with us. If you notice, things are kind of quiet right now with the Houthis. Yemen did send a missile to Ben Gurion Airport in Israel. But the United States made it clear, if you fire upon vessels, Iran, we're holding you responsible. Do you honestly think Iran wants to play that game with the United States, with President Trump? Do you honestly think they want to do that? I don't think so. So this is sensitive. And there's always been rhetoric for decades, the rhetoric back and forth. But I think right now it's a point where give us a reason. Just give us a reason. Give us an opening, and we're coming after you. I really, truly believe that. I think we're at that point. Give us a reason, and we're just going to wipe your shit. And we have the capacity to do that. Now, on the flip side, you have to worry about extremism activities going on here. And you know what I mean by that. The threat of assets that are probably here already, waiting for something like that scenario. So you have to think about everything. And you have to prepare for that too. So, you never know what comes into our ports or over that loose border. That's a real threat. People talk about the drugs, the cartels, the fentanyl. I mean, you have to think about what other stuff could be coming across that border, including assets, human assets. So this is interesting. This just came out, and Okay, that's something totally different. I thought it was going to be something related. And there's a lot of talk out there. I gotta just message this person. But you, Red Star, I'm sure you know. And you and I thank you and your family for your service. And I work with a lot of veterans. Matter of fact, I have to call a host who's, this guy is freaking amazing. He's an EOD, is it EOD specialist? He does training now. This guy is off the scale awesome. And he does a show called Tripwire on the station. I have to call him, actually, because I don't know. We're doing a pre-record this week. He's awesome. He reminds me.
Thanks for calling, Stephen O'Donnell.
I'll call you back. That's a generic response message. I do have to call Mr. D'Antonio. But I may have to mute this call a little bit. Mr. Astronomer. What's going on? I'm live streaming. What's happening?
Hey, not much, man. How are you?
I heard Chanel kind of fell in love with you after the show. She was like, Bill, I love doing their show. I was talking to her after the show for a while because I was wondering why she wasn't giving me back the station right away. She said she was talking to you and Tara.
Oh, yeah, she's a sweetheart. She's a good.
Isn't she? Isn't she? I told you.
Yeah, I mean, she's so much better than you.
I get that from a lot of people actually. I did get word. I can't mention the name because I'm live streaming, but a contract has been sent. He may have a conflict of interest of another event on the 9th of June.
Okay.
So he's trying to work it out, but he definitely wants to be at Pine Bush for the fair. So it would be, I already left I tried calling Marianne yesterday, but it went right to her voicemail.
Oh, I know why. She was out at Needle Vista with Dave Rich and Glenn, and they were doing some paranormal type of investigation stuff.
Okay. So it's looking good. I talked to you know who last night from the museum.
Yes.
It's looking good. Martin, it's all thanks to Martin. I told you that.
Yeah.
So I'll know a sure answer by the latest midweek.
Okay.
And then, you know, when you meet him and talk to him, because he did tell you about that other thing, and he
Yeah,
was,
I know.
so.
I'm hopeful that he hasn't.
No, he didn't. He wouldn't say it.
Smoke.
That's one thing. He won't say it. He's gonna try. He's gonna do it.
All right. He better.
I can't speak for him. You know, not necessarily. I can't necessarily speak for the guy, but.
Of course not.
But it's looking good for June 7th.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is, of course, you and Marianne stay here at the house, but I'm gonna invite Martin and Donna over for dinner.
Okay.
And we'll have a nice, intimate, private gathering in my house. The only people that would be here, of course, is Woody and Petita.
Okay.
But
That's fine.
Ronald won't make it because of his health.
I talked to Ronald twice in the last couple of days. I said on the phone.
Yeah. Remember, I'm live right now, so.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, he's not coming this year.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But it'll be nice because it'll just be a few of us. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep.
And
I'm
then,
aware.
Then I'll figure out what I'm gonna cook. But I have to cook also separately in a way for Marianne because of her. What is it? Intolerant? She's intolerant to something.
I think she's intolerant to stupid people.
No, she couldn't eat the Parmesan. Remember that when I made the ziti with the, is it gluten?
Oh.
I think she does.
Yes.
So I'm gonna have to.
That is correct.
I'm gonna have to cook things for her that she can eat and enjoy. You know.
Yeah, it's a gluten thing, but you know what? That's cool.
How's the new telescope?
Oh gosh, it's gorgeous. We just streamed last night for several hours. It's just really cool. There's a lot of good stuff, and I did apply for a grant.
You told me.
Yeah, and if we get that, we're going to be able to add another instrument with a full-blown spectrograph on it that will allow us to then examine details of these objects and see how they're made, what they're made of, and literally show people, exactly the stuff that's in these clouds and directly right in front of their faces. Yeah, it's going to be so cool.
Wow. Are you streaming?
Yeah, it's really neat.
Are you gonna stream tonight?
No, I streamed last night, so probably not tonight.
Okay. Let me know if you stream this week.
I will.
Cause you know me, I'm available early week.
Yeah, you're never available actually until such time as whenever,
Oh my God.
It's okay.
Do me a favor. Help with Chanel. Try to get that set up for Wednesday. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, my show.
Yeah. Because it helped. She's so slammed on Wednesdays, dude. She has shows starting at 2 and run all the way to 10 straight.
Okay.
So it's really hard for her.
If I can't do shows, we've got, how many shows have I got in the can? We've got about 150 shows. Whatever.
Yeah, but some of them have old hosts. I like to keep it current with just you and Tara.
Oh yeah, that's fair enough.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so that's probably 60 with Tara and I think maybe.
I don't even know, to be honest. I don't know. I would be a guesstimate. I would have to look at the actual numbers.
That's fair.
But anyway, have a great weekend. I'll keep you updated if I hear anything.
Okay.
But it's looking pretty solid at the moment.
Sounds good to me.
And it's gonna be cool to have Martin MC. He's excited, to be hanging out with everybody.
Oh yeah.
All right.
That's cool.
Call me.
All right. Thanks, Bill.
Later.
Bye.
That's for Pine Bush, the UFO fair. Alexa, dim the living room light. There's always something going on.
Okay.
That's why it's like I'm always so busy. Whether it's UFOs or this or that, it's all fun. I actually have to call. There was somebody I had to call and I totally forgot. I already called OD. Shit. There was somebody else I had to call. I called Lance. No, I didn't call Lance. I'm not calling him. I think that's good for now. Anyway. What are you doing? I'll wait. I'll take you out in a minute. I know what you want. Oh my God, I gotta put my laundry in the dryer. I should call Linda. I'm gonna call Linda Moulton Howe. I'll call her private line. It's not too early in out west now. I hope she picks up.
Hi, this is Linda Moulton Howe.
Okay, let me call her other line. She might be busy.
Hello, Linda Howe.
Hello, it's Bill. How are you?
Well, pretty good. What are you up to?
Same old thing. Working. I did send you emails to let, I don't know if you've seen them. I've been sending emails to see when you're available to go on the UAP Crossfire show for an hour, as we were discussing.
I am behind on emails.
I believe it.
Quite a ways because I've been working on something. Let's see.
It's got to be a Thursday from, it was only for an hour, even though they're 2 hours, but they could always talk about the conversation that they had with you for the first hour. So, 8 to, go ahead.
These are on Thursdays at what time?
8 to 9 Eastern.
8 to 9 p.m. Eastern, which is 6 to 7.
Mountain. That would be Mountain.
Yep.
Okay.
And right now, if you saw my calendar, you would understand why I hesitated. I know we did this before. There's a lot of stuff going on, and you are a dear friend, and I would like to figure this out.
Okay.
Let me write down your direct phone number, and I'll try to.
No, I'm the producer. It's with Commander Cobra, who you've been on his show in the past, Task Force Griffin. Don Ecker, you know who Don Ecker is. Director for New York. And Dan Carlson, who is involved, he was actually a weatherman. He's a meteorologist, but also a pastor. So, and he's he's had his own experiences with UAPs and stuff. So it's a diverse panel. And I think I'm going to have Commander do the lead because he's already interviewed you once or twice. So I'll have him take the lead with questions and all that stuff. But really probably be the basis of, like, what are you doing? What's up with Linda Moulton Howe lately? What do you think about the possibility?
We're all waiting for the government to tell us the truth that we're not alone in this universe. That's what everybody.
I know. And, the disclosure question always comes up. Is Congress going to be pushing for another hearing, which I hear a lot of stuff behind the scenes. And then the Lou Elizondo involved project, Age of Disclosure, with all those 34 people. Who knows if they'll be part of a future UAP hearing? Who knows? But hopefully the ball gets rolling in the next 2 to 3 months, I would say. So call me. Let me know.
All right, and thank you. I've got it. We'll put it on my calendar, and I will get back to you, I promise.
And love to you and your family.
All right, love to you too.
Call me, and if you're ever in the area, you know what to do. Contact me.
Yes, 321.
Oh my God. That's Linda Moulton Howe. If you don't know who she is, look her up. So we're friends. I've worked with her in person. We are friends. And people, whatever people's opinions, woo-woo, this, that, let me tell you, you can't take away what she's done in the past. And whether you agree or disagree, that's one thing. But she's been a leading figure in this research for a long time. So I want to get her on a show, but and I know her projects, what she's involved with. She's so busy. One would be Ancient Aliens. She's very involved with that. And she does events. And she's got her own thing, Earth Files. which is awesome. You know, she's very busy, and she's up there. She's a senior, and she's still full throttle. It's incredible. So, April, May, she'll be on with the guys. That was the person I needed to call. I was trying to think to get her on the show. I actually did an event with her in New York City. I brought Mom with me. She asked me if I could help her stream it for her on her channel, and I did. I probably have it on my computer. Maybe. I'm pretty sure I do. But she did a presentation on AI. I think it was like in 2000. She was ahead of the curve. She was ahead of it. And she nailed it. There it is. I just seen it. Now my computer's going crazy. Linda. Is this it? Uh-oh. OD. What's going on, brother?
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I was on the phone with my he's the only so I had four uncles in Vietnam. He's the only one that's living that saw combat. So him and I are the only two combat veterans left in the family.
Wow.
So you can imagine how freaking long of a conversation that is.
I can only imagine, dude.
Yeah. We're talking shit to each other the whole time.
Keep. I know you ain't in fucking class today.
No, I wasn't in class today. He uses a lot of terms like, back when I was a young punk in rice patties, fucking stupid shit like that.
Are we doing a pre-recorded Wednesday Tuesday or tomorrow?
I can draw something up today.
I mean, if you have to do a replay, that's okay. I'm just saying you don't have to be pressured to do a freaking show. I was just calling to just touch base with you.
Well, no, and I appreciate that, but I'd also like to. I'm going to text Stacy to see what
her
thoughts are. I can't be making all these decisions anymore just by myself because we know who runs this fucking show.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. It may be just her and I because she had that massive event yesterday.
Yeah.
The Ruck March.
Yep.
It's all over her pages. It was a massive freaking turnout.
Awesome.
Yeah, so, I mean, we could fill up 54 minutes talking about stuff like
I
that.
want you to do me a favor.
Yeah, man.
I want you to make me a Master Blaster ad.
Master Blaster ad?
For your company, for the coffee, because I want to run it during commercial breaks. And for other shows, I can run it in the ad set. So me and you need to work maybe on a video.
Yeah, let's do that.
And create one for Master Blaster. It's Master Blaster, right?
Yeah, Master Blaster Coffee.
All right, let's do that. Let's get an ad.
When's a good time for us to sit down and talk about that?
When you are you available tomorrow night? If we don't, all right, let's put it this way. If we don't do a pre-record tomorrow night, let's get you and I tomorrow night together.
Yeah.
And we can go over that because do you have assets, images and shit that we could put together?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, that's one. And I would love for you to do the voiceover because it's your company. That's two.
Yep.
Then three, we can pick out royalty-free music for the background that we have access to that we pay for.
Sounds good.
Let's do it. So you call me. I'm not going to set up
I'm gonna text Stacy here in a minute. I finally got done adulting, so I'm having an adult beverage. I'm gonna hit the picture and then freaking text Stacy.
Okay.
To have a call with her.
Okay.
And then I'll get back to you via text as far as what we're doing this week.
All right, yeah. And let me know about tomorrow night. Just text me, Bill, what's a good time? And you tell me because I'm available tomorrow night.
Yeah, too easy. And then just food for thought so I don't forget about it. In the next month or so, maybe 2 months, we had Aaron Hale. Remember, he was the bomb squad guy that was he was a chef and then freaking went EOD and then he's blind.
Yes.
Okay, so we ran out of time with him.
Yep.
And a lot of great things have happened that he's been a part of.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to bring him in for episode 2.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I'll email him just to find out what his schedule is for, like, say, the next 60 days, so that way we can figure that out. Because if we schedule a day for that interview with him for round 2, the week prior we can play his first podcast.
Yes. To refresh people. Yes.
Exactly.
Let me ask you a question. This is off topic. Yeah. Off topic. Yeah, do you think, from your background in the military and everything else that you're involved with, for how long have you been doing this now? For over 30 years? Some shit like that?
For the military?
Military and then off-site, let's just say.
I went in the Marine Corps in 1991. It is now 2025.
I know.
34 years?
Okay. Do you think that we're going to make a move on Iran if they don't comply within the next 6 months? I do.
I need to be in a different area for us to have that conversation.
Okay. I hear you. All right. Anyway, because, dude, the signs are there. That's all I'm saying. And that's all I'll say. That's all, like you said, on the phone, you're right. But we'll talk maybe tomorrow night. Either way, it's a pre-record or we work on this Master Blaster.
Yeah, sounds good.
Call me. Have a great weekend and enjoy your beverage.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
All right. Love to you.
Love to you. Bye.
Bye. He won't talk about it. And I don't blame him. And I stopped him before he was going to say anything. See, that's what I'm talking about. 34 years. The man is awesome. He actually trains and he goes to regarding EOD. Do you know, and I think, Red Star, if you're still there, I am not a veteran. I cannot speak from experience. But they tell me theirs. You want to, and it's so, how would I say this? I don't think the normal person that's never served can really understand the environment, the settings, and the shit that happens when they're out there and what they see. Very graphic, horrible. PTSD on steroids. I can't even hear the stories they tell me of what they've witnessed. And that's why I don't know if the public really truly gets an appreciation of what our servicemen and women do. And when they come back to when they, retire, discharge, whatever, the respect and recognition and the care that they need when they come home. I'm telling you, a lot of them suffer from PTSD. The ones that boots on the ground and have been in actual combat engagement in situations, or like him, an EOD specialist, and others that have to disarm bombs dressed up in that, you know how it's like a unbelievable thing that they put on. I know one, I don't even want to get graphic. I know one individual while serving, and he's on the station. He was at a base, and the base was hit by a terrorist act, and there were casualties. And he said it was so horrific to see it. because he was right there next to it when it happened. I respect them. I admire them. They inspire me to their courage and strength. And they're dealing with issues. But see, the whole point of his show, Tripwire, it's designed for veterans to show them that there is a positive road. There is, they talk about all kinds of stuff. Stacy's amazing. And she's a veteran. She's not one you want to mess with. I can tell you that right now. She's unbelievable. Super intelligent. Definitely fit. It's part of her business. I mean, and she does a lot of work locally. Great things for her community and organization. But it's to help veterans. And also bring inspirational stories like guests on, like he just mentioned, to come on, talk about their experience in the military, the things they had to overcome, but either started up businesses or other means of finance, employment, despite what they were dealing with from the military, the PTSD and everything else, physical. And you know, like I said, just look at the rate of suicides with veterans. So it's to try to inspire and help those in need and guide, some guidance, and also give them the information where they can seek help. I think it's so important. Now, people are talking, now I'm just gonna, this is off topic a little bit, but people talk about what's going on at the VA. I've said this for years. What is the budget of the VA? To me, any veteran and their spouses and children, their spouse, not spouses, spouse and children, immediate family, should get coverage throughout the whole country, anywhere, anytime. Do away, I'm serious, do away with the VA completely. Put all that money and investment in health care for veterans and their families anywhere. Not that they got to travel possibly hours to go to a VA. They should be able to walk into any doctor. I mean, there could be a network of specific doctors in their areas that some kind of a veterans insurance that takes that insurance. You make a special designated insurance just for veterans. You put all that money that's invested in the VA, take that out, eliminate the VA, and invest in having them go just like anybody else to a health care provider anywhere in their area. Period. Alexa, what was the fiscal budget for 2024 for the Veterans Affairs?
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
You wouldn't. I can't say VA. Alexa, how much did the Veterans Affairs spend for veterans?
Sorry, I don't know that one.
VA? Alexa, how much does the VA get every year for a budget?
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
Jesus Christ. Let's do 2024. What was their fiscal budget? That's crazy. She's talking about him on the screen. Linda Moulton Howe. Look what she's talking about back in 2017 when I was there to help her with her presentation. And it's talking about AI. This is 2017, I think. And she was on it. She was on it. Before I get into Linda Moulton House presentation in New York City. Elon, CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, July 15, 2017, at National Governors Association meeting in Providence, Rhode Island. He was probably talking about AI. She was talking about this. She was on the cutting edge with this stuff. Okay, so this is what it says. Now, general annual budget time frame, generic annual budget. This is a proposal from last year, but I don't know what the actual numbers became. The U.S. Department, this is for fiscal year 2025. The U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, VA, is requesting a total of $369.3 billion in fiscal year 2025, a 9.8% increase above 2024. The budget provides robust funding for the Secretary's top priorities. This includes $134 billion in discretionary funding and resources for healthcare, benefits, and national cemeteries. Additionally, there is a $235.3 billion in mandatory funding, an increase of $41.8 billion or 21.6% above 2024 for benefit programs, inclusive of compensation and pensions, readjustment benefits, housing and insurance, and continued funding for the Toxic Exposures Fund. So the total comes to $369 billion. You're telling me you can't flip that money and give every veteran healthcare anywhere in their area locally instead of having to depend on having to travel to a veterans hospital? I say, I've been saying it for years, they should do it. And maybe that's what's going on right now. To give a reason to say, well, we don't need this anymore. We're just going to have them be able to get access to any, who knows if that's, could be, you never know. I'm definitely making major assumptions here, but that's a lot of money. $370 billion budget for the VA. Not million, billion. So, like I said, if you did the math, just the math, how many veterans out there? How many spouse, are they married, single? How many children do they have? And you're telling me with $370 billion you can't cover them? Billion? $370 billion. You can't cover their health care anywhere and help with them with housing, get them out of the homeless shelters, drug and alcohol treatment, whatever's needed, PTSD. Are you kidding me? $370 billion? You can't do something with $370 billion? But it's a mess the way it is now? Does that make any sense? Not to me. And I've been talking about this for years. It just doesn't make dollars and cents to me. Because my neighbor, her father, who just recently passed away, her mother, oh my God. But I was close to her father, too. I talked to him all the time with neighbors, helping each other. And luckily for him, West Point is the nearest VA from here. No, that's not true. There's one across the river. But they went to West Point. That's a half-hour drive each way. But what about the people that have to travel hours to go to their VA? It's not like he's got this one here and there's one across the river. But what if they don't? What if it's far? Then what do they do? Is that the way it should be? Or they should be able to contact any local doctor or care specialist or hospital in their immediate area? To me, that makes sense. Why should all of us have that ability to do that, but they have to go? That doesn't make sense to me. It does not. And it's aggravating. Like, I came up with an idea. I think it was Rat. Instead of taking, but it's all about money. And trust me, there's a lot of homeless veterans. And this is an idea that I had, and I've spoken to people about this. I need to talk to Stacy about this, because maybe she can talk to the people she's connected with. All these bases that close down, what do you think happens to them? They turn into what? Condos? Golf courses? Whatever. When they close them down. Instead of doing that, keep it intact, remodify it with housing, a treatment center, whatever assets are needing, civilian and military. And any veteran that needs to seek help, and they'll have shelter in a place where I think they would feel, I don't want to use the word comfortable, but familiar with. And give them the housing, number one, and the treatment they need, whether it's for PTSD or some addiction. Have them housed, maybe have some type of military personnel so they feel a relationship with that. It just can't be all civilian. There has to be some presence there that they're accustomed to being around. And then what you do is, in the surrounding area around that base, you build temporary or housing, even permanent housing for them. Once they reach that level, another phase that they think they're ready to take the next step, and with being responsible and being able to manage their lives and maintain, you put them in one of these houses on a whatever probationary period to see if they can actually move on to the next phase. And then you help them further, whatever needs to be done. But there has to be a change in the current status. There's too many homeless veterans out there. There's too many homeless, period. But I'm talking about veterans right now. But there could be a way to do this in a practical, rational, logical way. And I think that would be great. Put them in barracks. Make them feel like they're on a base. With, like I said, personnel. But also the civilian factor to help them. It's better than them living in a freaking homeless shelter or on the streets. And I actually think that would have a good, successful rate of turning their lives around. I honestly believe that. I think that it would be something that would be successful. And why not try it? Instead of closing the bases down and selling them to make condos and all that stuff, golf courses or whatever, do it for the veterans. That's all I'm saying. To me, it makes sense. Because look at that, $370 billion in their budget. What? And people question. I don't know. It's not an easy solution. I'm just, coming up with ideas and my own opinions, but something needs to be done. Mole. I see what you wrote now. Wise ass. Oh my God. No, I was just ranting. I go through these phases based on like a phone call, what triggers me, conversation kind of deal. So, anyway, I'm way overdue for lunch. Go eat your breakfast, Amal. Your nice vegan breakfast. I would have gone bike riding today, but it's not warm enough. I'm not going out there to freeze. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 45 degrees Fahrenheit.
Hell no.
Tonight, expect a low of 35 degrees.
No way am I bike riding at 45. On the bike doing 20, it feels like 30. 35. Somebody wants to go outside. You heard him? Mr. Spoiled wants to go outside. Is that what you want? I know what you want. Because he does that and he knows I give in. You hear him whining? I always give in. And then he looks at me with those sad puppy eyes. And he won't stop. His tail is doing this. And he's looking at me with those puppy eyes. You know, like that look. Like, and here he comes. He just pushed my hand. Did you see that? He's pushing my hand. Because he is my baby. You are the baby. You know that, right? You are the baby. He's right here. You can see the top of his head, kinda. Right? And he won't get down until he gets tired of being on his hind legs. He is the baby. That's Mr. Spoiled.
I know what the baby wants. The baby wants to go outside. That's what the baby wants.
Anyway, I'm out of here. I'm going to chill out and relax for a little while and come back later. And I got some work to do. So everyone who maybe have watched or anybody who may be watching, have a great rest of your afternoon. Enjoy your Sunday. I've been streaming for like 3 hours already. Amal, where were you? Maybe not 3 hours. At least 2. But anyway, I'm out. I gotta go eat. I gotta put this laundry in the dryer. I got things to take him outside. I got things to do. So I'll be back later.